And welcome back to FISE Montpellier 2024 here on the riverbanks of the River Less in the south of France. On today's menu, it's a skateboarding street pro final in the men's category. Now for today, we have an 8-course meal prepared for you with some of the finest skaters from around the world. I'll be your waiter Egon, and for this culinary experience, we've flown in one of the finest skateboarding chefs in the world, the frequent flyer, the Prague-Dubai connection, Thomas Winter.
Hey, what's up, buddy? How's it going?
I've been having a blast so far. We're at the third day of FISE Montpellier. We've seen lots of action going down. We've seen a lot of qualifications, semifinals in all the different categories. And now it's down to the skateboarding street pro finals, powered by Crédit Agricole.
Okay, welcome everyone. Can't wait for today's finals. We got the 8 best riders that made it today. Got a beautiful day outside, as you all can see, blue skies. This is gonna be a great show. Can't wait to watch it all.
Now, let's have a look at the skate park that's been powered by Hurricane Parks.
Okay, we got a brand new park for this year. It's got a lot of unique obstacles. As you see, we got a big transition wall with a channel in between, and it goes to both the sides, so that's for the bow skaters. Then we have a big middle piece, the pyramid with the hips, a big rainbow rail. I want to see if anyone hits that one. That's gonna be crazy. We have a lot of bank-to-banks, A-frames. As you see, there's a lot of unique obstacles in the middle. We have the bump to the barrier. Now we're showing the pyramid, so it's 10 meters long, which is a long pyramid. There's probably going to be a couple people that are going to try to clear the driveway, but we're about to see who has the speed and the skills to do it.
And as we hear the Champions League hymn, the riders are lining up.
We got the 8 best skaters coming from all over the world. We got people from the United States. We got people from Argentina, Peru, Brazil, France, Spain. Just the north of Europe, we have a guy from Oslo, Norway. So literally from all parts of the world.
The whole world came over to France, to Montpellier for this 2024 FISE World Series. I mean, just look at the size of that park.
Everyone wants to be in Montpellier, let's just say that. Especially on this weekend.
Right next to the River Less, maybe someone will jump in to celebrate their victory. It has happened before, people jumping into the River Less. Quite refreshing.
There's probably gonna be a lot of people jumping into that river, to be honest with you, just because of the heat that we got outside today.
Now, the format for skateboarding, can you tell us a bit more about it?
Yes, sir, here we are. So we have 8 riders in the finals. We're gonna be starting in the reverse order, meaning the 8th person who qualified 8 goes first, all the way to the first. We're gonna have 2 rounds of 50 seconds. The best round's gonna count, then followed by 5 tricks, out of which 2 are gonna count. So your 2 best tricks are gonna give you each up to 100 points on the scale, and then your best round is gonna give you up to 100 points. So you're gonna have the maximum of 300 points in total.
Has it happened before that a rider had a, let's say, a lesser run, but nail it with his 5 best tricks?
It happens, but you can only have 2 of the 5, so there's no way to have more scores from your rounds.
And what are the judges looking for?
Okay, so I'm just gonna skip this and make it humanly understandable. So you guys have to understand that the judges are looking for everything. You gotta use the entire course, you're gonna go reasonably fast, do a lot of variety of tricks, flip your board, do a couple airs, maybe hit a rail. Just make it a package that you fill the 50 seconds with, and that's what the judges are gonna score you at.
And on the top left of your screen, you can see the judging panel.
Yes, there we go. We got Susan Riekers, Bastian Regeste, Alex De Cunha. That's our judges for the FISE finals here in Montpellier, and joined by the skateboard MCs who are live on the course, and that's Kevin Deschamps and Emil Janicot coming from the United States.
So we're gonna have the MCs hyping up the crowd, hyping up the skaters here on the course.
Oh, Emil's been doing this for 30 years, so he definitely knows how to hype people up. Okay.
So let's take a look at some of the highlights from what happened already.
Okay, there we go. That's Ivan Federico, one of my favorite skaters to watch. Oh, there it was, the rainbow rail, if you guys saw. Looking at a lot of skills, kickflip crooks. That is the long driveway, as I was saying. And there you just saw a couple of the creative obstacles that we have on the course. I like that the FISE organization just put in the effort and made it look a little different. So there's the street elements, just like the barriers and the bench in the middle of the skate park. So you can just skate it a little differently.
Welcome everyone here in Montpellier, France, and all around the world. My name is Emile Giannico, and we have the men's pro skateboard street final coming up right now. We're going to introduce our first rider. All right, first rider coming all the way from Norway. Give it up for Daniel Knudsen.
Le Norvégien Daniel Knudsen.
Okay. There we go. We got Daniel. That's the guy from Norway I was talking about.
Coming right out of Rouen, France. Give it up for Max Bergois.
Max is probably everyone's favorite, the only French person in the finals today. He's such a G, man. He's funny. He likes to party too. Like, he goes hard.
All right, your next rider coming out of California, USA. Give it up for Dominic Walker.
Oh, a bit of a mix-up with camera work.
Well, he made it work, didn't he?
Yeah. He already had his time to shine into the highlights video of yesterday where he tried to pronounce the word croissant.
Croissant.
He did a pretty good job, in my opinion.
Dude, he's just a fun dude. Domo is like the guy you want to hang out with.
Give it up for Juan Pablo Gomez.
Du bruit pour Juan Pablo Gomez, le Colombien.
I want to say this is the first time we see JP Gomez in the finals at FISE.
All right, your next rider coming all the way from Argentina. Give it up for Matias Del Ollo.
Matias Del Ollo, l'Argentin.
Okay, Matias just told me yesterday he skated 80 contests last year. There's
all right,
only
your
56
next rider
weekends in a
coming all the
year.
way from Peru. Give it up for Angelo Giovanni Caro.
Angelo Caro, le Péruvien.
Angelo, do you know Angelo finished 5th in the Olympics in
next
Tokyo?
in, coming all
So we
the way
got an
from the
Olympian in the
Netherlands.
finals.
Give it up for Remco Eklund.
Remco Eklund des Pays-Bas. Il a fait deuxième hier lors des
Remco,
qualifications.
coming from Holland, came probably with
And your number one
Matthias.
qualifier coming
Good
all the way
friends,
from
skate
Brazil.
together all the
Give it
time.
up for Ivan Montero.
Du bruit pour Ivan Montero qui a fait premier hier lors des
I'd say
qualifications.
Ivan is a big contender for today, coming straight from the win in Paris last week also.
Let's pump it up. Skateboard Street Final coming up.
Okay, so if you're just tuned in, welcome to the FISE World Montpellier, where we're getting ready for the Skateboarding Street Pro Man Finals, powered by Crédit Agricole. We would also like to thank a couple of other sponsors, including the city of Montpellier and the region of Occitanie.
Okay, here we go with the start list. I'll just step in. We got Daniel Knudsen starting it off. He qualified 8th. That's what I said. We're going to start with the reverse order. It's going to be Daniel Knudsen, followed by Max Bergon, Dominic Walker, JP Gomez, Matias Del Ollo, Angelo Caro, Remco Eklund, and then Ivan Montero. I mean, all these guys definitely have the skills to win the finals. I'm just trying to think who could the skate park favor, but it literally has everything that you want to ask for. So any one of the 8 can actually take the win today.
It's already been, I mean, quite a qualification period as well. I mean, we've had qualifications, semifinals. Like, it started with, if I'm not mistaken, 65 riders that had their entry into FISE Montpellier. Now it's down to the final 8.
So it usually goes, whatever it is, over 60 to 24, then 24 to 8. That's a lot of cuts that you have to pass.
Also a lot of responsibility for the judges.
Yeah. I mean, especially the judges sitting there in this heat, they're cooked. Okay, there we go with the boys. So as you see, like I mentioned before, we're starting with Daniel Knudsen. I barely ever see him at Montpellier. It's great to see him in the finals. Then, and this is the top 4. These are basically the guys that you want to be looking at. Matias Del Ollo, Argentina. Angelo Caro from Peru. Remco Eklund from Netherlands. And Ivan Montero, currently living in Los Angeles, but coming from Brazil, Sao Paulo.
Now that's a 50% chance that a South American will win this
well,
FISE Montpellier.
Honestly, it's a little higher than 50%, I would say, because these South Americans are crazy good. Crazy good.
They're gonna bring that South American heat.
The one thing there is Matthias cannot lose to anyone. He just does not take it. Like, I mean, he takes it well. Like, he's homies with everyone, but he just is here to deliver and win. So whatever he can do, trust me, this guy is gonna go full throttle. He's gonna go crazy.
He came here with that winner mindset, and that's what you need here at FISE Montpellier.
We went to another competition in Brazil last year with Matthias, and he showed up with his girlfriend a week prior to the event, fully determined about winning the contest. And it was a $50,000 prize money for first, a lot of money. And Matthias comes into the park. Ever since coming in, he's like, hello, I'm here to win. And like told literally every single person in Rio de Janeiro that he's there to win the contest. Guess what?
I like his style. Now we're getting ready for the first of our 8 riders. So keep in mind, they're gonna have 2 runs per rider. And the best run will count. And it's gonna be a 40...
It's a 50-second run.
50-second run.
Yeah, we're gonna be starting it off with Daniel Knudsen coming from Oslo, Norway. And as Daniel is ready, just remember, like I said, so all you get familiar with the format, we're gonna see 2 rounds, but only one of the 2 is gonna count towards the final score, which is gonna be the better round of the 2. And the maximum score that you can see is gonna be on the scale from 0 to 100. And there we go, the first rider of FISE Montpellier 2024, which is Daniel Knudsen, is about to drop in. I love this time just before you drop in. Like me, whenever I competed, I loved it so much. There we go.
Oh, got the fisheye lens action.
Okay, a big gap to front flip. That's the way to start it off. And a kick flip. Oh, damn. Luckily, we have the railings there. Otherwise, that board would be in the last river, and we would have a first swimmer.
I think it was going to hit one of the FISE volunteers.
A little nose grind into the bank. And a kick flip from board on the down rail. Far just one slam, not too bad. That's definitely a good round. Still 17 seconds to go. Kickflip backside 50-50. With 10 seconds on the clock, we're probably gonna see 2 more tricks from Daniel squeezed in. Half cap crooks on the down rail, and coming down to the last trick, which is gonna be a front Smith on the A-frame. And that's gonna do it. So as you guys saw, the first 50 seconds of the FISE are finished just now. What did you think? Like, how does it look for you? Like when you're looking at the skaters on this course, particularly? Well, feel good. Like,
I'm not a skating expert. I mean, except for like the small error that he made, where his board went flying almost into the river. Like, he did a pretty solid run so far. And he was regular-footed, right?
Yeah, regular-footed. Just so everyone knows, regular-footed means he skates left foot forward. If you skate right foot forward, that's goofy.
All right, just waiting everything. You gotta wait on TV, make sure everything's
I'm
rolling.
team regular myself. It's actually interesting because I've been skateboarding for 28 years now, and I'm regular, but I enjoy skating switch way more, so I just skate switch most of the time.
So switch is when you're in the other position. So instead of riding regular, you would be riding goofy.
It's like running backwards, basically, like different, like little different. Yeah. So I'd be skating goofy if I was skating switch.
And does that make your tricks harder?
Yeah, because you have to just. It's like riding with your other hand, but it's like more fun.
And we're gonna get ready for Max Berquin, the only French competitor in this final skateboarding street.
I'm gonna say Max. Don't quote me, but I think he is the French skateboarding champion from last year. So there we go. And he's also last year's FISE winner, I believe. Okay, we got 40 seconds on the clock. Max already did 2 tricks, as you guys saw. Hitting the big rainbow rail with a 50 up and across. Damn, Bennett grind on the bump to ledge. And then halfway of the run through with a perfect run so far. Gap to front Smith. So far looking really strong. That's definitely better looking than sitting on that 7th place. So front blunt on the A-frame and a kickflip from board. Damn, he looks so much better than yesterday, right? Max is definitely having a better day. 4 seconds on the clock. Max is setting up for the last trick of the first round. And that's gonna be, a little mishap on the last trick with a big flip from board.
I think that was still within the time. Like,
Yeah.
is that gonna cost him some points?
I think it is gonna cost him points because it was the overall impression. And I do not think the judges are gonna be like dead serious about the 50 seconds about the clock, so they're gonna count that in. But on the other hand, if he landed it, it'd have been a perfect run with one extra trick. Yeah, it was technically way more difficult than the first round, so I'm expecting a higher score for Max. But we definitely are looking for perfect rounds. That's what the riders need to do in order to even be able to get on the podium. You saw that beautiful execution of the 50-50 grind.
The rainbow rail. You were looking forward to the rainbow rail.
Oh man, like I would not hit it, trust me. I would be scared. Okay, 65, that's 11 points. That's a lot of points. That's actually a decent score to work with. Even if he didn't land his second round, 65 is not too bad. If he has 2 really strong tricks, that can push him to a nice placing in the end.
But we still have 6 more riders to go, and they all have that second run and
Yes.
the best tricks coming up too.
And it is the better ones from semi, so it's only gonna get better and better with every competitor. So there we go, Domo Walker coming from Orange County, the OC States. He skates for Disorder, which is Nigel Houston's brand. These guys travel around the US all the time together, just party, skate, have a good time. Damn it, Domo! Still, yeah, plenty of time, 40 seconds on the clock. Front tail across.
Keeping his cool, keeps it going.
You see, like, he's just loose, like, he's just vibing on the course. I like that. It's just different. Like, I mean, he takes it seriously. It just doesn't look like he cares that much, even though he does crazy tricks. That's what I appreciate when I see people do. Damn, that was a good onside flip. Let's go, Domo. Setting up for the kickflip. Oh, he wanted to do a kickflip crooks even better with a kickflip backside nose grind. It's like a good mishap that this happens when this happens. And a backsmith that was again on the buzzer. Okay, the homie that he came with, Chase Webb, got a little injured. Well, I don't know if little, I'm saying little, hopefully little. But he got taken to the hospital. So these 2 homies are cruising around Europe. They went into Paris last week, now they're here. Just going through all the festivals. There we go, that Disorder t-shirt. So yeah, he's probably a little shook from what happened to Chase yesterday. Hopefully good, Chase, if you're listening. Speedy recovery.
So what happened in the semifinals with his friend Chase?
With Chase, I didn't see it, but I think he was doing a boneless, like a last trick, like trying to jump from the quarter pipe to flat. That's what someone was saying, which is weird. But either way, I think he tweaked or did something to his ankle. So someone was saying either ankle or knee, and I didn't hear anything after that. But yeah, let's turn the page. No injuries here. Hopefully everyone's okay, and we will only see good tricks happen today and good lines. Okay, 56.66, still a good score, like still beating Daniel, who had only 1 time. There you see the difficulty of the tricks, like these judges favor the difficulty, and the fact that he kickflip backside nose grind across in the middle of his round is giving him some extra boost.
Is that because there's a lot of risk factor involved doing a flip into that grind?
Especially like if you want to kickflip crooks, you like lock it in and just hold it, but if you just do a kickflip backside nose grind, you just have to balance, because like you cannot touch your nose, otherwise you fell over. So it's way more difficult than that. Just take it across. Okay, fourth rider in is JP Gomez, coming from Colombia, currently living in Barcelona. And starting it off strong with a switch to 70 front board, then into a split. Is that a trick too?
If it would be gymnastics, it would be.
Like, that's extra points. That was a good split. A switch biggie, or maybe a switch big spin heel. I couldn't see that, but switch big spin into the bank.
We might see it into the replays.
Come in with a switch big spin backboard. That is a good round so far. Coming back to the quarter pipe. And a front 5-0 to switch crooks. Oh, he's not joking in the park. He is actually doing really good tricks. 8 seconds on the clock, coming down to the last trick for JP Gomez with a switch from board, and that is gonna be it. I wish he did a more difficult trick for on the buzzer, because that is the final impression you leave. Even though it was a really good round, and it is gonna have probably the best score, don't quote me, but I think because it was a perfect round, you need to finish it strong. So the judges have the impression of, wow, extraordinary.
So
like,
that stays to the mind of the judges.
Exactly. Like, you gotta stand out. There's 8 amazing skaters. Like, just want to leave the stamp at the end of the round. Be like, okay, I did this.
So what JP is looking at right now, he's got a television screen as well, where he will see his scoring coming up in a couple of seconds.
I wonder what happened there where he lost his board in the middle of the round.
With the split, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
It was before something slipped on the ground. Like, I think when he was pushing, like, something was on the ground. Maybe he slipped out.
Maybe the floor sticking out.
Maybe, yeah.
Could be maybe with the heat that all the planks were like reshuffling.
Yeah, could be. It was a good move by JP to actually, like, have a run down. Yeah, there we go. 7, we got a new leader.
Is that because of all the switch tricks he was doing?
He was doing a lot of switch tricks, plus he had a perfect round, so the perfect round counts towards your score. So you're getting a little extra, not a little extra, actually an extra boost.
All right.
Okay.
Ready for the next rider.
This is by far the most experienced competitive skateboarder in the field. Even though Ivan and Angelo both skated a million contests, Matthias skated a gazillion of them just in the last year. So let's see how he can make it all work. We got Matthias Del Olio on the deck, and Matthias is in the park, starting right now with a back 270 lip. A couple strong pushes straight into a back feeble on the A-frame. This guy travels around the world. I have no idea how he manages to just even have enough time to do it. Front feeble on the A-frame. Back D. Turning into fakie. Half cap, no slide. 270 out. A little extra. He is looking really good out there. 20 seconds on the clock. Setting up for the tray. Flip into the bank on the driveway.
Perfectly finessing every trick that he
does.
does.
He makes it look good, man. It's like his skating is just perfect.
Effortless. What?
Yep. Biggie from board on the down rail, and 5 seconds on the clock. And then that's gonna make it on the hip with a back 270 over the hip. That was really smart. He told me yesterday he wants to finish it with a naughty back 270 heel, which is really difficult, but I like that he didn't do it now. He knows he has it, like he has the tricks, like he can say he's confident. So now all he has to do is just improve the next round.
So we've been talking front side and backside, like what's the actual difference between the two?
It's yeah, that beautiful back 270 lip. He does it like he's just passing by. He's just like, oh, let me just throw something in. Boom, back 270 lip. Look at it, half cap, no slide 270. He does the 270 heel style, but so does Ivan Montero. Like, I want to see how Ivan actually responds to this. I'm calling it 80 plus. Let me see that.
Is Matthias gonna break the 80-point barrier?
Probably. Oh, it's actually lower than JP? Okay, well, I mean, the judges are right there, so they probably see, like, they get the vibe. So I'd probably score it a little higher, but I'm not here to judge. So we got 3 perfect judges right there where they belong. So this is the score. Next rider up is going to be Angelo Caro, coming from Lima, Peru. This guy finished 5th in the Olympic Games in Tokyo 2020. So this is the only Olympian that we have here in skateboarding at FISE. And Angelo's on the deck, ready to drop in. There we go. Angelo's in the court, in the park. A gap to front flip to start it off. Then back 180 nose grab, 180 out. I did not expect that. Then a pivot to fakie. That's another trick. So already 3 tricks and a switch tail to fakie. 30 seconds on the clock. Angelo already sitting on 4 tricks and a nose grind into the bank. Back to 7 lip, saving it. That was really cool. The way he saved it instead of letting go. 20 seconds on the clock for Angelo, already 6 tricks. A back tail across on the long driveway and the front blanc. Oh, Can you feel the energy? Like he skates like faster than the others. It's just like he's strong and fast.
I mean, it started with that gap. I was like, this is something else.
Ooh, gap to nose blunt on the big A-frame and a tray flip. There we go. You see the fist. It's like, let's go.
Ending strong with that tray flip, fakie.
See, like it left like a really good impression with me. That means it leaves good impression with the crowd and with the judges. So now everyone's hyped. Probably the judges are discussing like, wow, I had so much fun watching this. That was really good. A lot of tricks, good execution. He saved the slam.
So that was a high-speed gap.
Yep. This one is my favorite. The way he pops out of that. Just not too many people pop out because you're locked into the crooks. And then it's hard to pop out because you have no leverage to actually pop off. And yet he somehow pops out, so he makes it look that he gives it that extra something. This is really difficult to do. That's a big gap into that nose blunt. Yeah, that was definitely my favorite round of the day so far. Still got a lot to see, but I'm just gonna say, yeah, Angelo takes the cake so far. 76.33, taking a kind of a big lead out there.
We still have two riders coming up for their first run. And then the riders can step it up in that second run here.
Remco, the next rider up, is a low-key killer. He never really looks like he's just gonna crush it, but then sometimes he's got days when he's on and off. But like when he's on, trust me, this guy can deliver some serious heat. Like, let's watch that.
It can be the surprise of the contest.
Front feeble down the rail. No slide nollie heel. I'm telling you, this guy goes hard. Remco with a no slide nollie heel across. He got nollie big heels too. Just, oh man, damn it.
Keep it going, Remco.
Still plenty of time. Like we saw people with one bail still hitting the 60 plus. So Remco can still do it. Big spin from board on the down rail. And a feeble grind on the A-frame. Remco still got time for 3 tricks if he goes a little fast. Crooks on the big side of the bench. Then 10 seconds on the clock, so it is gonna come down to the last trick. So Remco is gonna try to hit the down rail with a tray lip. Yup, that is a strong ending. I wish he landed that tray flip, man. That would have been interesting to see the scores. Okay, what do we have? So we got Angelo Caro sitting in first with 76.33. Juan Pablo JP Gomez with 70 in second. And then third place, Matias Delolio, 69.33. All 3 of these skaters had perfect rounds. Gonna say he probably will get into the 4th, just ahead of Max Bergan because of the difficulty of the tricks. Look at that. Boom, the nollie heel out.
Heel flip is where you push with your heel.
With your heel, yeah.
Or go around, yeah.
Again, it's a personal preference between kickflips and heel flips, but I'd say heel flips are way more difficult because with kickflips you just hit it off your toes, so you can kind of control, but heel flips are way more difficult. Okay, there we go. It is in the 4th. Damn, look at that 66.666. Are people booing them out, or they're like hyped up for Ivan? No, they're actually hyping up Ivan. Yeah. I was like, no, that was a good score. That was actually good judging on that score.
We have some of the best judges from all over the world here in FISE Montpellier.
And now we have one of the best skaters in the world dropping in, coming from a win at a contest in Paris last week. Ivan Montero is in the park. Qualified first yesterday. Can he do it today? Tray flip across the driveway into a big nollie crooks and a back D. Watch him utilize the skateboard. Already 3 tricks, now 4 tricks with the nollie from board, and we're only 10 seconds in.
Starting off strong, Ivan Montero.
Back to 7 a lip seems to be the go-to trick for all these finalists. 24 seconds on the clock. Ivan is taking a lot of speed, coming nollie with a nollie heel across the driveway. That is nice. Turning the heater on, 12 seconds on the clock. Tray lip, oh, again, saving it just like Angelo did. And a front 270. Coming down to the, that's what Matias wants to do as the last trick. Nollie back 270 heel. Oh man, that is gonna be a tough decision for the judges. Man, I wouldn't want to be sitting there now, deciding whether Angelo's or Ivan's was a better round, because they were both extraordinarily good. Look at the pop out of the nollie crooks. Back D. Wow. Look at that. Oh, was that a slam or was
I think he tapped the ground, but like he still kept the back side of his foot on.
Okay, well, because of that, I would say it should be. I'm just gonna say, for me, seeing that step off would be a 75.5 or 75, just a little under Angelo. Otherwise, I'd probably put Ivan ahead by a fraction, but I would, yeah.
Judging panel hard at work. We got Suzanne Rekers, Bastien Regest, and Alex de Cunha.
That is low. Maybe they took it as a full slam. They actually considered the step off as a full-on slam, which we can't blame them for because he did step off. But he made it look so good. Like, I didn't even realize during the round. What's your, if you look at the skate park, what would be your vibe? Like, if you skated or watched whatever that is, like, what is the type of skating that you like to see?
Well, we have some great skaters in Belgium as well. I'm talking about Axel Kruisbergs and Fabian Veraga, but I'm more a fan of the high speed, big gaps kind of skateboarding.
Axel skating.
Like Axel Crusher.
Axel is a really good skater. I enjoy watching him skate. I've known him since he was like 10, when he was coming with his dad to all these contests. Just a little ground. Grew up into one of the best skaters in the world.
Maybe we gotta invite him next year to FISE Montpellier. But first, we're back to the first rider of this final.
As you guys see, we're back to the top of the order. And the next rider up is gonna kick off the second round. Daniel Knotten is in the park. And the clock is starting with his first trick, which is the gap to front lip. In the middle. Then getting, I was gonna say getting the kickflip because I saw the catch. It was perfect.
I mean, jumping over that rail and landing so low.
Yeah. Meanwhile, you guys saw him crooked grind on the bench and then nose grind on the bench into the bank, followed by a kickflip from board. Oh, damn it. And that is gonna make it. I don't think he needs to be doing any other trick. He should save his energy. So Daniel is gonna stick to the 54 even from his first round. But let's see what he gets for us. Oh, he wanted to 180 out. I like that. Half cap crooks 180 out. That is a good one. Well, fortunately for Daniel, he's gonna come to the best tricks with his first score of 54, which is gonna be 1/3 of his total score of the day.
And from Norway, we're going back to the city of Rouen.
He got a really good skate park in Rouen. Like, no wonder he's so good. I'm talking about Max now because he skates the indoor park all the time. That's how he gets so good, because he gets to skate one of the best parks in France every day when you get home from school or whatever you do.
Look at that cameraman helping out Daniel Knudsen. We're waiting for a score to come in.
The score is in. It's actually
He's gonna keep that first score.
Yup, 34.66. So he's, like I said, sticking to the first score of 54. So as you guys see, we have the current results. First, second, third is Angel Caro, JP Gomez, and Matthias Del Olio. Next rider up is gonna be the Frenchman Max Bergon, as we just said. So Max is ready on the main deck. You see the whole crowd hyping him up. Hopefully he puts the round together. Damn, I always wish everyone just has a perfect round so we have like the best contenders doing the best stuff. Okay, big spin from board to start it off for Max Bergon with a nollie cap over the pyramid hip. Little axle stall, setting up for the 50-50 across the rainbow rail. And a Bennett grind on the bump to bench. Taking some speed for the gap to a front feeble. damn, that was a good step up. Another axle stall to turn around. And a front blunt on the A-frame. So far, so good. A quick kickflip from board after the front blunt. So he's squeezing in more tricks now. And 7 seconds on the clock. This is going to be the last trick for Max. Attempting the big flip from board. That was it. That's perfect. Another
and he nails it.
Round. That is going to crack the top 3, considering he's from France, using the hometown hero advantage. Okay, as you guys saw, he had the gaps too, he had the flip-ins, he had the slides, he skated the rainbow rail, he basically hit the entire park. So that is the variety, combination. He went reasonably fast. So he's like filling the expectations of the judges. So that basically, like, it puts him definitely, there's only 3 perfect rounds so far, so that puts him in the top 3. And we're about to see what do the judges think. That was a perfectly executed winner. Oh, it was a front Smith. I'm sorry, everyone. It wasn't a front Feeble, but it was a front Smith.
Front Smith using the back axle and dropping the front wheels.
Yeah, I couldn't see from the angle that we just had delivered to us. Hands up. The hands up. People are so hyped when they do that trick, like in the end, like something difficult. That's exactly where you want to be, sitting in a good spot, coming to the best tricks. The peace of mind is like, it gives you so much comfort because you know you don't have to reach too far into your bag of tricks. It just opens up the room. There we go, a close second. Wow.
Like jumping all the way from that 7th spot to the 2nd spot.
Just like that.
He put it all out there on the course. FISE Montpellier, Max Bergin.
Coming from being almost the last, coming to be a contender for a win. Domo in the park. Dominic Walker starting it off with a big gap to frontside nose grind. Turning in the big wall. A front Smith or 50, I can't see from here.
Looked like a Smith.
And missing the frontside kickflip.
Come on, Dom, keep it going.
Yep.
Get back on that board.
Just like we said, still plenty of time. Just make it up with some good tricks. And another kickflip crooks across. With 20 seconds, Domo doing, landing the back Smith. That was the other trick that he missed in the first round. And probably time for the last 2 tricks for Dominic. Setting up Nollie for a Nollie crooks, turning around. And that is gonna make it just on the buzzer for a front tail across. Do one more! Ah! I was gonna say just throw a quick nose grind or back 180 nose grind in.
Take it. He's happy with it.
Yeah, I'll
gonna take it.
I'd take it too, to be honest with you. If I had a run like this, I'd be high. So, first round of Dominic had similar tricks and 2 slams with a 56.66. We can hopefully expect a little improvement, but in order to crack it into the top 6, he would have to have exactly 10 points extra given to him for this round, which I don't think is gonna happen, but we might see lower 60s for Dominic. Just chilling, looking at the recap of the run, gap to nose grind, while we're waiting for the scores for Dominic.
Up and forth, and anyone
I like the colors of the park too.
Rainbow rail.
Look little cool. Yeah, that was the kickflip crooks. Setting up there, you're gonna see the Nollie crooked grind on the A-frame. That is one of my favorite tricks, my personal favorite. When I do Nollie tricks, it always feels so good. Just hold it forever and just grind. Okay, damn, I'm hyped. Domo got 67.66, so he did get more than 10 points extra for that.
He's moving up a spot. All the way from Orange County, California, USA.
love you.
Okay, next rider up, JP Gomez, currently sitting in third with a 70 even. He can risk it because he's sitting in a good spot. So if I were JP, I'd just go all in, just like throw it out there, just try for the best.
Because he already has that solid.
He has a 70, yeah.
For his
he doesn't
general run, but then we still get the best tricks.
Yeah, he doesn't need to get a 72, but he might aim for an 80. So let's see. Switch to 70 from board to start it off. Crooked grind across, just slow because it's difficult to get speed for that.
So for a switch trick.
Switch, oh, missing. He was going for the switch big spin heel. So yeah, missing that one. And there you already know you cannot reach a 70 plus with the bail. Switch big spin backboard, like we saw in the first round. And halfway through the round just now, so probably time for 3 more tricks. 5-0 to switch crooks across into the bank. Oh, that was
Holding on for his dear life onto the skateboard.
Catch.
As if it's
Still holding on, you know, that counts.
As if it was glued.
That's what we call a contest bank. And that's gonna be time for JP. So that's gonna be probably a quick decision for the judges because it's not gonna matter. The score is going to be lower than 70. So JP is currently gonna stay in third. Moving into next is gonna be Matthias Del Olio, but before that happens, we're gonna look at a couple of replays after the FISE logo. Looking at the crooks pop out. Then the switch big spin backboard on the down rail. That 5-0 to switch crooks. This is really risky to do all of your round. Like so many things can go wrong.
Pivoting in the middle of a grind.
Yep. It's just a lot of balance that you have to like put into that trick. And there we go, 59.66. Just like I said, he's gonna hold on to the 70 even. So next rider up, definitely not happy to be sitting in fourth currently. It's gonna be Matthias Del Olio, coming from Mar del Plata, Argentina. Currently living in Holland. This guy has what it takes to be sitting in first, and let's see if he can deliver on that. So
The winner mentality.
Yes, winner mentality. Let's go, Matthias. Just started getting shoes from Kariuma as well, just like he's hyped because he couldn't get a shoe sponsor for a minute. So now he's really hyped to actually be repping a couple new skate brands. Let's go, Matthias. Back to 7 lip to start it off. And just like that, the buzzer starts. 44 seconds on the clock. Feeble on the A-frame. A little 5-0 stall in the quarter pipe. Coming back for the down rail with a frontside feeble grind. A rock to fakie, setting up to come fakie, which is the opposite stance. Oh, half cab no slide, nollie heel out. That's a big improvement compared to the first round. Setting up for the tray flip and a tray flip across the driveway. 17 seconds on the clock for Matthias. Okay, he's gonna take his time. 10 seconds, setting up for the down rail and a big flip from board. A low step off. And that is gonna make it for Matthias. I wonder if that is a make, if he goes all the way to the bank, because usually the judges will consider if you keep rolling. And then it was just the obstacle that threw him off. So it's there's not a set rule that would say this is a slam, this is a make. It would be a bail because it was in his round, but it was at the end of the round, the buzzer came and he got thrown off by the obstacle, so it could go either way.
It's as if you're riding street and you land a 14 stair, for example, and right behind there's a wall.
Yeah.
You've landed it,
yeah,
but you just ran into the wall or
ran
bank
into the
maybe.
wall. Exactly. But like in this case, he stepped off. He just didn't run into anything, like he just slipped off. But it's just like there's just, the obstacles are kind of close one to another. That was beautiful.
And he'll flip out?
Yeah, so much more risky. It's definitely going to affect the score. Yeah, 64. So they took it as a slam. But I mean, if you look at it, it's 69 to 70 to 75 to 76. It's so close.
So yeah,
Considering we have a scale of 300 and this is 6 points difference, that can be easily overtaken.
and still then we got 5 best trick attempts.
Yeah, it's just the push that you feel that you need to do better because they didn't give you enough points. So it's just like the inner fight that you're fighting when it comes to the best tricks. But the current leader is up on the main deck. Angelo Caro is dropping in, coming from Lima, Peru. Angelo starts it off with a gap to frontside lip slide. And back 180, nose grind, 180 out. Beautifully done. Pivot to fakie. Looking on point. Angelo looking good out there. Switch tail to fakie on the down rail in the middle of the skate park. 30 seconds on the clock. Angelo does a frontside nose grind into the bank. And a nollie back 2-7 lip. This is the Yuto special. That's a new trick. I never saw Angelo do these in the contest, so he definitely is stepping it up. Back tail across, the main obstacle. Little ollie to set up for the front blunt into the bank. And 10 seconds on the clock. Angelo is gonna close it off with the gap to nose blunt, just like the first round. And there we go. So, you know what? He actually did improve his round. He actually skated even better. So 76.33 is his own score to beat. So we're actually looking at a one-man battle currently.
And it's the battle with himself.
Yep.
I
mean, that is the most difficult one to take. You know, it's like trying to beat yourself. It is like, yeah, man, good luck with that.
Is it also like a mind game going into those best tricks, like showing the others that you are on top of your game in the general runs?
Yes. Then everyone else is like threatened by your being. You know, it's just like you like make a statement. Just Angelo having 2 perfect rounds out there, just looking fresh, looking comfortable, looking confident. So all the other riders are like, ugh, like, what is this guy doing? He's so good. So then it's like harder for them to catch up. But Angelo is a good guy. He had a darker period where he was skating really well and the judges were giving him really low scores. So it messed with his head for a minute. But now, like, as you can see, like, Angelo is fully back. He's ready to fucking rip. Please give him the 80. I want to see the 80 plus. At least one today. Oh, so close!
We're not breaking any 80-point barriers here at FISE, but still solid score by Angelo Gatto.
Very, very solid. So current leaders on the podium would be Angelo Caro, Max Bergon, and JP Gomez. And Remco Erkeland, currently sitting in 7th, is in the park with a front feeble down the rail and a nose slide nollie heel. Damn, that was a good save. Remco setting up for the tray flip. Hopefully this is the time he... No! Missed it just like in the first round. So Remco sitting on the 66.66. He would have to step it up in order to hopefully make it into the 70s. So Remco, you should just go hard for the rest of your round.
Go bananas.
Yep. Feeble grind on the A-frame, 15 seconds on the clock. So far, it is the same round, so we probably are gonna see a very similar score unless something changes here. And instead of the tray lip, he's gonna try to take it into a nose blunt.
The last one.
And another tray lip. Was a better execution. Maybe a little higher score, maybe a 67, but that is not gonna change anything on the fact that it is not, very likely not gonna crack the 70s and the top 3.
Highlights of Remco Erkeland's second run.
That is a tall cruise. You have to pop your board so high to get onto the higher part of the ledge.
I mean, there's so much to take into account when you're judging, like which stance it in normally have.
I mean, when you
is it switch? Is it fakie?
When you skate for a reasonable amount of time, you know. You don't have to think about it. It's just like I look at the skaters and I don't really think if they go switch or if they go regular because I can tell. It's just like a thing that when you are a skater, yeah, it is a little better score for the tray lip, like I said. It's just kind of normal. You don't think about it. Just like you don't think about breathing. It's just you stop thinking about that because you can see it. You can tell by the body positioning and all that.
It's like second nature.
Yes. Okay, currently sitting in 5th place and not happy with his score, Ivan Montero, coming from Los Angeles, California.
The last rider with his first.
Qualifying first, coming from another win just last week, starting with a tray flip into the bank and a nollie crooks, big pop out across a back D. 3 tricks for Ivan. Next trick with a nollie from board on the down rail. Setting up for the back 2-7 lip on the down rail on the way back. A couple pushes. Ivan definitely knows he needs to step it up, and he will. Trust me, he will. Going for that naughty heel flip, beautifully done. 16 seconds on the clock for Ivan. Gonna hit the down rail again with a tray lip. He makes it look so easy.
And it keeps going.
Big front 270 and 5 seconds on the clock. Ivan setting up for the naughty back 270 heel. And there we go, ladies and gentlemen, beautiful round. Like, that's how it's done. He came in, he delivered, and he did it perfect.
He's in his first run, had a bit of a slip while landing from that gap.
I'm gonna say, because of the heat that Angelo put in, he's probably gonna stay in first. But me, if I'm sitting there and I'm judging, I'm putting Ivan in close second.
And that's only the first part of this competition, because we still have the best trick attempts coming up.
Actually, the more important part is coming up, because that makes 2/3 of your actual score.
So it has more gravity to land your best tricks than it has.
There's a really fine line between what you should be trying to do and what you do. So people usually overdo this, and then they would just be coming into the best tricks with the mindset of doing like something extraordinary, but that is not the play. If you just go and try to do something that's extraordinary for you, it doesn't necessarily have to be extraordinary for the judges. So you just have to play by the playbook, like who's on the riders' starting list, who you're competing against, what do these people do, and how can I be different? And do I have anything in my bag that is reasonably safe for me to execute, but no one else can do? And that's what you want to do. But then people will just come and throw in a crazy trick. There you go. Yeah, 77.6. I do agree with that score. I would do it a little higher, but I do agree with the second. So yeah, and people just go crazy, and then they would bail most of the 5 tricks and just lose the chance of actually making the podium, while the people that play it smart just climb up that leaderboard.
So these are the current standings after the general runs. So the best run of all these riders. And in a minute or two, we'll be heading into the best trick section of this FISE Montpellier Skateboard Street Pro Final, powered by Crédit Agricole. Now let's take a look at what happened in these runs. And welcome back, everyone, to the FISE World Montpellier Skateboarding Street Pro Man Finals, powered by Crédit Agricole. We're still here on the riverbanks of the River Less at FISE. My name is Egon, and I'm joined today by Thomas Winter.
Hello, friends.
So we just had the first runs of our top 8 finalists, and we're getting ready for the best trick attempts.
Okay, I'll just sum it up real quick for you so you all understand again.
We're gonna see every one of the competitors perform 5 single tricks.
And out of the 5, your best 2 scores are gonna count towards your final score. And your final score is gonna consist of your best run score on the scale from 0 to 100 and 2 of your best scores from the best trick section. So these added up together are gonna make your total score, which is gonna vary between 0 to 300.
So we just had our results from, let's say, the first run that they had. I assume a lot can still mix up with the best tricks coming up.
We're gonna see a lot of movement in the leaderboard. So basically, with every trick, now this is when the strategy kicks in. So everyone has to understand they're playing a game of chess at this point. So if you're sitting in 6th, let's say Dominic Walker is sitting there with 67.66, and Angelo Caro is sitting in 1st with 79.33 currently. That's the actual standings. Then you know you have to, like if you're on the last trick, you're the last skater to skate, and you are missing 1 trick, all you need is 13 points. That's an ollie. So you don't need to be performing a triple backflip to manual to Nord ollie out. Like, you don't have to go crazy. So you just have to deliver what you need to deliver. But that's towards the end of the best tricks competition. At this point, people just have to, for the first 3 tricks, they just have to try to do, have 2 scores on the board, so then they can try to improve.
So first rider is Daniel Knudsen.
Daniel going big with the tray flip all the way to flat. That would actually be a really good score because that launcher is actually kind of tall.
So what happens in a tray flip?
A lot of movement, brother. There's a lot of moving pieces in a tray flip. You gotta pop your board, use your toes to scoop it behind you. Then the board flips vertically and horizontally. So it makes a 360 turn while it makes 1 kickflip rotation. Then you catch it, usually catch it with the front foot. Then you put the back foot on just before the landing. Tri-land ball, c'est la vie. See you guys later. And you roll away.
And next up, it's the Frenchie Max Berguin for his first best trick attempt.
Like setting up for the big rail. Oh, trying a nose grind ollie flip. That is the Richo Turi special trick that he just started doing in contest. And Gustavo Ribeiro is the master of frontal nose grind ollie flip. That would be a really good score. I think that's going to be one of the highest scored tricks if he actually lands it. Next skater up is going to be Dominic Walker. Domo is in the park. With a nose grind. Oh, what? That nose grind is hectic. It's so steep at the end, basically vertical, like the board. Like, I want to see the slow-mo on that one. How does that cross your mind? I mean, like, you 5-0 that or some nose grind. Look at that. You saw, like, he basically, it's so steep that his back truck maybe even hit the rail. What? How? I'll just give him a high score just for the fact that he came up with that. Like, where did that come from?
Because a lot of riders, they start their grinds at the start of that middle of the rainbow rail, but he just jumped all the way to the end.
Yeah, 69.66 for the trick. So Domo, we have a new leader because he got the 2 scores. That's why I said, like, now in the beginning stages, whoever lands a trick is going to pop up to the top of the leaderboard. Okay, so next rider up, we're following the original order. So 4th skater is gonna be JP Gomez. Even though he is sitting currently in 5th, he is gonna be the next rider up. So JP Gomez setting up, coming switch for the down rail, and there's gonna be a switch big heel board. Another really good score if he manages to land it, and considering he it looked pretty comfortable for him, so he's probably gonna do it one of the next tries.
And what if you don't land any of your best trick attempts?
And your score is a 7 is even for JP Gomez.
So you're gonna stick with your run score,
because it
and no extra.
Nothing extra. Yeah, that's why I say, like, it's smart to do something that you know you can do in the first 2 tricks, reasonably good, and then you're sitting at a decent score. And then you have 2 tricks to improve on that. That's like my personal favorite strategy. Damn, Matthias missing a big flip from board. I never see him miss that trick. That was supposed to be a safe one for him to do to, like, make better tricks. He knows the strategy. Like Matthias, trust me, he knows what he needs to do. Damn, so far we saw a lot of slams and only one person landing a trick. Wouldn't it be funny if Dominic won the contest with a run that he bailed in?
Anything can happen at FISE.
I mean, yeah, for sure. I'm down for that. Like, I'd want to see Dominic winning.
So people will remember FISE 2024 Street Skateboarding Finals, where one best trick
happened.
made the difference.
It was, if it was only the one that was landed, that's an actual best trick. Okay, Angelo saying the current leader is in the park. You know, back to 7 in lip. Unfortunately, not landing, but that is a big gap to the lip slide. So another score that we would have to wait for the second trick. Next rider up is gonna be the Dutchman, Remco Erkeland. Remco currently sitting in 7th. So there's a lot of room for improvement for Remco. Just play it safe, rather just land the trick. Move up to that 2nd spot. All you gotta do. No slide, nollie big heel, missing the nollie big heel. And then the last rider up, winner of the semifinals. Currently in 3rd place with a very good score of 77.6. That's gonna be our boy Ivan Montero. Looking at the part, Ivan's setting up for the middle section, so probably gonna hit the middle rail. A tray nose blunt, let me say. This is my wild guess, or back to 70 nose blunt or tray nose blunt are my 2 wild guesses. I have no idea what Ivan's gonna try. Yup, tray nose blunt. Okay, well,
Tray flip nose blunt.
dude, it's gonna be really difficult for all the others to catch up to Ivan now. Ivan's sitting strong. 2nd after the rounds, really close to 1st. And then a tray nose blunt to kick it off. Ooh. Yep, we're definitely going to see the highest score of the day now.
So right now, Ivan is in that 3rd spot with a 77.6.
Brother, that's about to change real quick.
Because Dominic, he got a total of, let's see, 69.66 points for this trick.
Oh, there we go.
Wow. 86.16 for that tray flip nose blunt.
Yep. See how things change quick? Like, Ivan was sitting in 7th or 6th after 1st round. Was he was looking miserable. Like, 15 minutes later, Ivan's comfortably in 1st. Okay, we're back to the top of the order. 2nd tries. And Daniel missing the tray flip too flat. So 2 of his 5 tricks are currently missed. And he would have to land 2 out of 3 to even like have the full score.
Because this is gonna get into his mind as well, probably.
No, he's probably like, I don't know how seriously he takes this, but this is like messing with your inner mind. It's just like, ooh, like you feel constrained. It's just like, there's too much pressure now. And the people that don't skate this format are usually like easily carried away. Okay, next rider up, Max Bergon.
Frenchie. Currently, no
In
best
4th,
tricks.
No best trick. This is, he's setting up for the nose grind nollie flip, just like we saw in the 1st attempt. And there we go. That was a really good execution of the nose grind nollie flip. Oh, people are hype. Max definitely going into 2nd place.
So jumping into that rail onto his front truck and then using that pressure on the front of his board.
To nollie flip out. And it's really hard to nollie flip out of the trick when you're already going down a rail.
Because there's like no way to pop.
Yeah, no way to pop. You go fast and you're already like using the gravity to go down. And then like on the way down, you gotta flip real quick and land on the board. It's a lot of commitment that goes in.
Did he flip with his back foot?
Yeah, that's his back foot. So he locks into the nose grind with his front foot and then uses the front, the nose grind, the front pinch to leverage off the rail and flick on the tail.
Oh! Jumping over Ivan Montero with even less than a point. That's a 0.73 difference.
We're starting to witness a battle.
It's on here at FISE.
Back to Dominic. He already has 1 trick and a kickflip no slide. See, I mean, that's really smart of him. The trick that he did is actually easier than the trick that he was doing in the middle of his round. So it was a downgrade even compared to his round, but everyone else is bailing. He might as well just have 2 tricks.
I mean,
and then now he can go crazy. Like,
in his best case, if no one else is landing any best tricks, like, he can keep his bronze medal.
Yeah, he's sitting in 3rd, and like comfortably in 3rd, because they are the only 3 people that actually have scores. So now he's gonna go to 1st because he's the only person that's gonna hit 3 scores. So he's gonna be sitting on a 205 or whatever that's gonna be. And that's already a decent score. Like, as long as you make it over 200, that means you did what. Oh, that was a good guess when I said 205.
So that's his 2nd best trick that is counting towards his total score of Dominic Walker.
Okay, JP in with a switch big heel board. Missing it. That's going to be a 2nd miss for JP. Same goes for Daniel Knudsen. The next rider up is going to be Matthias Del Olio, and he's got a lot to catch up to. Matthias hopefully going to land the 2nd trick, big spin flip from board. Let's see if that's what he wants to do. Setting up for the big flip from board.
Oh,
another bail. 2nd bail.
2nd bail.
The 2nd bail for Matthias, and that's very rare to see. Okay, 3 tricks and 2 need to be landed.
Angelo, determined look in his face.
Angelo setting up for... Oh, bigger! Oh, that felt like a big slam.
Almost hitting the media team on his way out. I think he hit his head on the side of the park as well.
Damn, Angelo is on 2 slams as well. 2 out of the 5. So in the top 3, we got 2 people that came to the finals from 6th and 7th. That's a lot of changes on the leaderboard. Okay, we got Remco in. He's gonna try the no slide nollie big heel. And there we go, little toe drag, but you know what? It is a contest make. As long as he's standing on the board, rolling away, it's all rainbows and butterflies.
With all respect, maybe a bit of a sloppy landing, but I mean,
it's gonna affect his score. It's gonna affect his score, but a 71 instead of a 74 is better than 0. Plus, it's technically really difficult. It's not a big obstacle. It's like not the biggest thing you can do. Yeah, he toe dragged in across the entire bank, but that's cool. Like, maybe even the judges are on the other side, so they don't even see this. Like, they just saw landing because they saw his arms. But yeah, either way, it is a make. All the way from... Whoa! 84.66. Remco has to be stoked.
That's quite a jump.
I would definitely score it lower. I love the trick, but the fact that he toe dragged all the entire way. Damn, okay. So we got Remco back in the mix.
The man from North Brabant in Holland, the Netherlands. But now we're back to our Brazilian, Ivan Monteiro.
Currently in 3rd with only 2 tricks on the board, and they are 77.6 and 86.16. Ivan, if he lands this, he's gonna be sitting in 1st. He attempted a tray flip no slide across. Yeah, Ivan has a lot of tries to actually land that one, so all he has to put his mind to is just landing one, and he's definitely on the podium. There's nothing that can happen. Well, anything can happen, but it's very unlikely. Yeah, he's gonna do it next try. I think Matthias should do that too, because he's really good at tray flip no slides. So maybe Matthias should just switch up and leave the big spin flip from board and just do a tray flip no slide like Ivan is doing. You know what? Maybe I'll just text Matthias right now.
So you're gonna text him?
I'm texting him as we speak.
Good luck.
Yeah, nah, I'm like, bro, like you gotta switch up your trick.
So we're getting some divine intervention from the commentary booth. And that was Daniel Knudsen landing his trick.
Yeah, we got Daniel finally doing a trick. So let's see what the score can be. Okay, and a big gap to nose blunt. So finally putting a score on that board.
High speed, big gap onto the trailer.
Yeah, it's refreshing to see an obstacle like this.
It's a fun obstacle, right?
Right? Yeah,
It's like you're in the streets somewhere in France, maybe.
it just makes no difference. It's the same type of obstacle. It just makes it look that much cooler.
I mean, that's street skateboarding for you.
Yeah, man, that's what I grew up doing. 67.66, a very decent score, moving Daniel up to 5th place. So all these finalists are making money, just so everyone knows. So all these people are already making money, but the better you do, obviously, the more you make. So next rider up, current 2nd place, the Frenchman Max Bergan, dropping in. With a big spin from Blanc, shove it.
Like, we got the people standing up in the crowd.
Unexpected. Oh, man. Ha. Max making it work when it mattered. Like how?
He's blown his own
Yeah,
line. He wasn't expecting to land
I
it.
didn't expect that shove it out. It was just like a big spin from Blanc, looking really solid. And then the shove it out came super unexpected last second.
Another surprise at FISE.
That is a shocker, man. Shocker. It's going to be a high score. So Max is going to be sitting in a really big lead. Damn, look at it. So clean. Boom, that was beautiful. I have never done that trick in my life. And he did it in the best trick when it counted.
Shoving out of that.
I thought he was gonna take the sunglasses. He was like giving him props. Felt like, yeah, give them to me. I'll rep in the France.
So that was a combination of
like a bunch of tricks.
3 different tricks. So
Spinning, doing a big spin, landing over the rail onto the other side, hitting it on the little part of your tail, and then sliding backwards and shoving it out. So there's a lot of moving points.
Wow.
88.33, the score for the trick was real. 89. Oh, 89.66.
I mean,
Wow.
the gap is getting bigger between Max
bigger and bigger,
and the rest of the competition.
Okay, well, now Ivan has to be playing the catch-up game.
I mean, this is my first time hosting a skateboarding contest, but wow, I am overwhelmed with what I'm seeing.
Yeah, there's like a lot of things that change. Like it's like action-packed in the finals because like a lot of things just change on the leaderboard and people get excited and bumped and like a lot of emotions are gonna be taken into account.
I mean, this final has way more plot twists than a South American telenovela.
Hopefully, yep. Hopefully he lands that one. Just stick to your plan, bro. Like just stick to your plan. Don't throw that board into the river. You need to skate that board. So JP, a 3rd miss.
Keep the course clear.
Next
Don't
up
ride in the
is
way.
going to be Matthias Del Olio. We'll see. Matthias has 3 attempts, and out of the 3, at least 2 tricks he has to land to even be considered for the podium. Yeah, look at the, like it's still early in the day, but we're already packed. Like, look at the bank, it's packed with people.
That's the
action-packed day here at FISE. And Matthias is in the park with a big flip from board, so that is a make. So I can tell you that is a make. So that
counts.
Yeah, that for sure counts. He was rolling away comfortably and then just hit the side of the obstacle, which is not his fault. And that cannot be considered a make. So for sure, Matthias is gonna move up the leaderboard a decent bit. So maybe he's actually gonna go to 4th. Matthias is probably gonna be sitting in 4th place after this trick. See, like he was like safely on the board.
If the bank wasn't there,
Oh yeah, he was.
he would have rolled it out. Yeah.
Just like he said, he hit a wall.
Everyone is hyped.
You know what I think? Like for these people, like the guys like Dominic Walker and Matthias and Angelo and Ivan, these rails are actually kind of small because these guys skate like 10-stair rails because that's all the other big contests what they do. Yeah, see, there you go.
I've heard there's some big stair sets in Montpellier.
There's a lot of big stairs in Montpellier. I used to come here for street skating back in the days. Like, this city is filled with street spots. But let's go back to the course because we got Angelo Caro trying another attempt of the back 270 lip. Oh, beautiful! Okay. Angelo is back in the mix now too, and
Without breaking a sweat.
yeah. Oh. Yeah, he knows what to do. I mean,
He had the spin, the grind, the landing. It looked effortless.
I mean, you gotta know your game when you are a 5th place Olympian. You know, it's just like, look at it, boom. That looked too easy. Like, it kind of looked like, okay, well, just like that was in the way. I just hit it on the way there. Beautiful. Hopefully, we're gonna see a really good score, and probably gonna see Angelo moving into 3rd, pushing his friend Ivan Montero into 4th. And there we go. Scores are in. Angelo Caro moving into 3rd with a 176.83.
We still have 2 riders that have to perform their
Speaking of,
best trick, and then 2
one of
more
them is
tries.
Remco Erkelan, still trying to put a 3rd score on the leaderboard. It's going to be a crooked grind ollie flip. Very close to landing that. Okay, so Remco would still have 2 attempts like you see on your screen, trick 3 out of 5. And then the next rider is going to be Ivan Montero, which is the last rider of the 3rd round. Ivan currently only has 1 trick landed, 1 out of the 2, so he's looking to at least land another 1 trick.
All right, hang on, hang on.
Yeah, we're about to drop in. Just watching Ivan setting up, getting ready, hyping himself up for the trick.
He already has 1 trick that's counting towards his final score. If he lands a 2nd trick,
Yeah, he's up there, man. He's going for the train slide, and he's really good at that trick. Oh, why did you do that, Ivan? All you need is the train slide, bro. That's all you need. Speaking of little nuances and differences, like what he went through, that's a lot of moving pieces. So he goes, he needs to tray flip, push above the obstacle, catch it perfectly above, then hit the nose slide, which is the small part of your board, then slide across, and that's not the end. Like at the end of the obstacle, you have to kick to the front with your front foot. That's the nose slide foot on the nose of your board. Kick to the front. The board does a 270. Your body is not turning, and then you land in your the position to roll away. That's a lot of things that can go wrong. Obviously, like he made it all the way to the end. Just like there was the little bit which was the big spin that was missing.
but the riders are getting all the energy from the FISE crowd. Daniel Knudsen up for his 4th best trick attempt.
He's back to the tray flip. Missing the tray. I mean, that is a big gap to be skating. He's got balls to try. I mean, he stomped every one of the 3. Like, he tried. He bailed 3, but he stomped all of them. He landed on the board. That tells you how big the obstacle is because he couldn't just take the impact. That was the only problem. He's facing.
I mean, it's quite a distance as well.
Yeah.
Jumping from the trailer to the flat ground. It's about 2 meters.
Plus, you have to set up you're going over the pyramid, so that kind of like messes with your stance. Like, okay, next up is Max Bergan, currently sitting in 1st. So all he can do now is to improve his scores, which is gonna be a difficult task because from the best tricks, he already has an 88.83 and 89.66. So he would have to crack into the 90s. And I doubt the Harflip can actually do that.
So he's hard flipping out of the trailer.
Yeah, across to flat, just like Daniel is doing with the tray flip, so he's trying to do a hard flip. But I think that's, my opinion, the score for the hard flip, even if he does it, is lower than what he already has. Okay, next up is gonna be Dominic Walker.
Ready, go. Here it is. Make some noise. Dominic
Dom's ready. He's always ready. Born ready.
Also has 2 best tricks that he nailed already, but he can still improve his score on the best trick.
Oh! Kickflip frontside nose grind on that one? That is risky. So he goes kickflip over, kinda. Like he has to shoot the board. So the difficult part for this one, to explain, is like you're flipping, and the kickflip means your board is rotating away from the obstacle. So you have to catch it, come with your shoulders over the obstacle, catch the board that's rotating clockwise, then land on the nose grind onto the rail and then balance. It's a lot of, yeah, that one is a difficult one. What he did in the round was the same trick but coming backwards. So that's the easier version because you just go backwards and lock it in. But this one, you kick behind and you have to lock into the front of you. Plus gapping to it and all that, I wouldn't want to do that. You will definitely not see me do that trick, trust me. Yeah, JP probably like he's eyeing the rail, so he's probably coming back to the switch big heel board. Okay, let's go. He still needs to at least do a trick, and he needs to land both if he wants to try and make it onto the podium. So this is JP's one chance, and there we go! A switch big heel board. Look at that excitement. He's
Yes.
like, I did it when I needed.
And it's getting really important now because this was his 4th.
Yeah, it was the only way.
Attempt, so
if he didn't land this trick, he might as well just like jumped in the river and chilled, like open a beer.
So he's gonna jump over Daniel Knudsen probably.
He's gonna jump all the way up to 4th, I think. A close, yeah, pretty close to 3rd. He's gonna be anywhere, yeah, 4th or 5th, because there's like the scores are kind of close, so he's gonna be somewhere between 160 and 165.
And then maybe if he plays it safe for his last best trick,
Yeah, it's gonna
that
be
can give him this final push.
Yeah, so it's like he's gonna be sitting in 5th now with a 160-ish. But that opens up the doors. Yeah.
159.63 for Juan Pablo Gomez.
So he has the 2nd highest scoring trick so far, 89.63. The highest scored is the 89.66 of Max Bergam.
Back to Matias Del Olio.
Matias, the half cap, no slide. Naughty heel, that was really smart of Matias to do, yes. That's what you needed to do. Smart boy. Moving up that leaderboard, and with a 85.
Currently in that
40.
6th
He's definitely
spot.
gonna be in 2nd, but there's gonna be a 240. So he's coming to, yeah, being smart. Like you heard him, just playing it smart, bro. Because he sees all the other people falling, and that is the experience. That's when it kicks in. Like this guy knows what he needs to do. He was facing bad circumstances because he had a couple bails, a lower score, but still, like you gotta make the best out of every situation, and that's what he's been thrown into. So he's just like playing with the cards that he's been dealt with. But still, a 2nd place is a second place, you know?
The early bird gets the worm and the smart skater gets a medal.
Exactly. Exactly. You just basically described Matthias' life. Like, see the...
Oh! Jumping all the way to that 2nd place.
I'm on point with the scores today. I said 240. Look at that, 240.26. Angelo back in the park. Oh, that was a close. What happened to him? Oh, he hit his
chin?
His jaw.
But how?
I think he hit his jaw on the landing on the rail.
Ooh, that can hurt.
That definitely hurts. I actually want to see the replay what happened because it didn't look like he hit his jaw. But he definitely did something. Or maybe he just hit his teeth, like just teeth.
Yeah, just like clenching your teeth,
Yeah,
maybe hitting his chest.
That is a big gap that he was trying to do.
The Peruvian.
If Angelo lands this, he's going into 1st, and Angelo is gonna win. So it's gonna come to the point of Angelo landing this and being 1st, or not landing this and finishing outside of the podium. because he's gonna get a 90 for this. That's gonna be the high score trick, or around there. And yeah, so that's 256. Yeah, it's gonna surpass Max. Let's watch. And in the meantime, Remco is ready to drop in after Angelo. So this is gonna be Remco's 4th out of 5 tricks. So Remco has a second star after a false start with a heel flip front board. Just wanted to play it safe, and unfortunately it didn't work out for him. I think Remco should go back to the Krug's naughty flip. Try to do that one, which would again put him into the podium position.
Did you get a text back from Matthias?
Not yet, he didn't read it, he's probably skating. I was actually like texting him and talking to his girlfriend because I thought she might have his phone, but probably not, unfortunately. But he landed his trick.
Yeah, he did.
Okay, Ivan saying the last skater in the fourth round. Coming for the tray flip, no slide, and just play it safe, Ivan.
Oh! You call that playing it safe?
Is this how safe looks? Maybe it is for these guys, you never know. That's amazing. Oh, that just blew my mind.
And he needed that because he only had 1 trick counting towards his total.
Like, you know what?
Best tricks.
He's like, you know what, guys? Let me just quickly jump into first. And he did just that.
He's gonna need.
Oh no, he's doing it.
He's gonna need a bit over 80 points. 81.
Yeah, there's. Yeah, he's no a 91. He needs a 91.
90. Yeah,
I think, yeah, he needs a 90 for first. 90.4. He needs a 90.4 for first, and I'm just gonna say this is gonna be a 90 point. 91. Yeah.
90.86.
Told you. I told you. I told you.
On.
See, like that's what I was saying. Like the change of the spots, like coming from 7th, boom, he's in first, and it's just like this guy. It's just like it's interesting to watch. It's just like so many things just happen at the same time.
Like even in this commentary booth, we have the French commentator sitting right next to us, and as Ivan's points came in, they were like, "Oh la la." I would say, "Oh la la."
Oh
as
la
well.
la, that's what I say too. We got Daniel in for this last trick. Please, bro. Oh! Stomping it. Maybe just give him some points for stomping every single try. He deserves it. A lot of commitment went into that. So Daniel, unfortunately, is going to finish in 8th because this was his 5th out of 5 tries, and he only landed 1 of his best tricks. So Daniel sitting in 8th. Next rider up is going to be Max Bergon, currently sitting in 2nd. And only half a point behind Ivan Montero. So Max needs an 89.31 to crack it into the first place. And even if he lands this hard flip, is that gonna be 89.3? I mean, we're about to see.
It's his last.
This is the last
final attempt.
Yep.
He's got that French energy. He's got the crowd with him. Allez, Max.
Ah, that's not gonna make it. But hey, 2nd place so far. Now he just has to bite his nails all the way through the last round because there's a lot of contenders. But that's gonna make it for Max Bergon, and his final score is going to be 254.15.
I think looking at the current standings, there's only 3 more competitors that have a shot
at making the top 3. And there's only 2 that have a shot at winning, which is gonna be after Dominic. He doesn't have a chance to win because his scores are too low. He has a chance. No, I think he's gonna finish in 4th, even if he lands this.
I mean, he's gonna do it for the
It
crowd.
would have been such a good crowd pleaser. Yeah, good job, Domo. Good job. So now JP, oh, actually JP is another skater that has a chance to make it to the podium, because if he lands his trick, he's gonna get a 248, 249, putting him in 3rd.
But Thomas, he's going to need a 95 points for that.
to win. But to get into third, to push Matthias out, he only gonna need 85 or some 80, yeah, 81 actually. Yeah. So he needs 81 for third.
So there is still a possibility.
There is a possibility for him to move up the leaderboard, but he would have to definitely make this trick. He's coming in switch. Let's see what he's got on his mind, and that's gonna be a half cap. Ah, okay.
Doing the rock walk.
Yeah. He was like, let me just walk away from this one. Okay, still. 6th place for JP Gomez. Not too bad for his first introduction to FISE. I mean, coming here for the first time, making the finals right away, that is a big success.
I mean, it makes quite an impression. I mean,
for sure.
Earlier on, we had BMX Freestyle, and a lot of the riders told me, like, yeah, it's going to be my first semi-final at FISE. So, I mean, that makes quite an impression.
It's bringing in this, first of all, it's bringing in new talent. It's bringing in a lot of views from these different countries and a fresh blood that we need. So now, probably he's going to get excited. He's going to win some money. JP's going to be at the next FISE. And he's going to bring more homies. So, like, this is how the crew is being built. So, I'm really a big fan of him being in the finals.
I have some good news about the next FISE, by the way, later on.
Okay, I'm all ears, brother. I'm all ears. Okay, Matthias is in. And switch flip backflip, missing out on that one. So that is going to make it for Matthias. He had no chance to make it into first unless he got a 99.2. That was not going to happen. But he could have secured his position. So Matthias currently in third with 240.26. And the next skater up is Angelo Caro, who is at a very interesting spot. If he lands his trick, he is winning.
So currently, Angelo is in that 5th spot with a total of 166 points, .83 from his run and from one best trick that he has landed that is counting towards that final score.
Yeah, Angelo's going to make a break. Like, he wins by a distance. If he lands this, it's going to be a bigger flip from board, gap to bigger flip from board. If he lands it, we have a winner. If he doesn't land it, he's in 5th.
Let's have a look.
in the park. Let's go. Oh, damn it. That was close. Damn, that's sad.
Like, he was risking it all. That would have been a make it or break it trick.
Yep. It would have been the biggest trick of the finals too, by far. Unfortunately, Angelo's gonna be in 5th. After first place in the rounds, unfortunately couldn't put together five tricks in total and only landed one of his attempts. So Remco Erkeland can move all the way to 3rd if he lands his trick. So that's another person. He needs an 88.41, which is a high score. So yeah, he played it smart and he's gonna go into 4th.
We'll have to see.
That's what I would have done. Yeah, he goes into 4th for sure. Because that's gonna be a higher than a 55. It's gonna be a 60, whatever. And smart play by Remco. I wonder who yeah, look at it. I mean, the price difference that you get, like the money between 7th and 4th, is going to be significant. So it was a smart move.
So hopping over the rail, ollieing over the rail, excuse me. So that was a front side.
Front side lip slide.
Lip slide, okay.
Yep. It worked.
4th place.
It worked as planned, brother. Okay, Ivan taking a victory lap. It must feel so good. Just stand there knowing you already won.
This is going to be a victory.
Yeah, it's a victory lap. Yeah, he's only like again fighting against himself, just like trying to out-compete himself on the last trick.
He's doing it for the FISE crowd.
Ooh, okay, Trey nose blunt. He's gonna go give it another shot. So Ivan is on a winning streak back-to-back in France. Last week in Paris, 1st place at the Fahrenheit. Now this week, 1st place here in Montpellier at FISE 2024. And let's watch this Trey nose blunt. Oh, Oh, he's got it though. Like he's gonna give it another shot.
Gotta land it. Like I want to see it one more
Oh,
time.
people are gonna go crazy when he lands this, and he is going to land it right now.
It's not gonna count for his total score anymore, but
Oh, he
still,
won.
the crowd wanted to see
Yeah,
it.
this one is for you people. Like this one is for all you people that came to watch FISE Skateboard Finals in Montpellier 2024. Ivan is saying for the tray nose blunt. Ah, okay.
I don't think it's gonna happen, unfortunately. But still, we've seen an amazing street skateboard final powered by Crédit Agricole.
Man, Ivan doesn't have enough. Like he wants that. Like he knows he has it. Like he just wants to do it. Like it's at the point where you want, like you're like, nah, I'm not leaving this park until I do this trick. Like these people deserve it. Like I deserve it, and these people deserve it too. So he's just gonna do it right now. Let's go, Ivan. I want to see it happen. Let's go.
So there we have it, the final results of this FISE 2024 Montpellier Skateboard Street Pro Men.
Yep, we got Ivan Montero ending on the top, followed by Max Bergan from France, then Matthias Dell'Olio closing the top 3 on the podium.
Like, this is a way different list than the one that we've seen after the first runs.
It's like shuffled, like, yeah, just playing darts, like blinded darts. Just hit the dart, that's what it is. Like, I told you, anyone can win.
That's the beauty of these kinds of competitions, this competition format. Okay, so we're going to Shanghai for the next FISE World Series in October, so let's see what is up over there.
5 long years have passed since FISE World Series last graced the international stage. In 2024, we're in Shanghai.
So after Beijing last year with FISE, we're going to be back in China, in Shanghai, for some more BMX, skateboard, and breaking action. We've just finished the finals of street skateboarding in the men's category, and we're getting ready for the prize ceremony. We'll listen to what Ivan has to say about his winning run.
Oh, what a show, man. I'm really excited about the finals.
Like,
this is so much fun to watch.
Is he still trying to land that trick?
Probably. He's like, get out of there, people. Like, let me do my tray nose blunt. Like, that's the thing with skaters. Like, once you put your mind to something, you're not leaving the spot until you're either broken to pieces or you do that.
So we're gonna check out that winning run.
Oh, okay, let's watch the winning round again. Tray flip into the bank with a nollie crook, big pop out. Back D in the quarter pipe. Look how many tricks Ivan does in the round. And setting up for the nollie, so going for a nollie front board. Then back to the other side of the park. Quick turn. Okay, back to 7 lip on the down rail. This is looking really good so far, as you guys see. 24 seconds on the clock, Ivan taking. Time for a nollie heel, perfectly executed into the bank. 15 seconds, with a quick turn again. And a tray lip, perfectly done. This is beautiful, that round. Like front 270 over the hip. Look at the height of the front 270. And another turn, and closing it off with a nollie back 270 heel. This is how it's done. This is a round to be able to think about winning FISE finals. That is the level of talent that you have to have.
And that was just the first run. Then we had the best tricks.
Come in for the tray flip nose blunt straight out of the gate. First out of the 5 tricks, Ivan Montero just puts it all on the line. Does a tray flip frontside nose blunt. Look at the execution. Boom, catch, slide, land, roll away. That's the way to do it. And then a trick 4 out of the 5. Ivan is in the skate park setting up for a tray flip to nose slide. And then a really unexpected nollie big spin out. Again, perfectly done. Look at that. The pinch of the toes to get into the tray flip rotation. Then all you got to do is just like catch it, slide on the nose slide, and then another spin, land, roll down the bank. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is the way to win FISE Finals in Montpellier.
Wow. I've absolutely loved this final with you, Thomas. I mean, we've seen all the action from these riders. We're still setting up that podium. Now, next week, you're heading off to the Olympic qualifiers.
Flying out tonight. I have to catch a flight tonight right after the finals. I'm going to the OQS, the final Olympic qualifier in Shanghai, and meeting up with a lot of people that couldn't unfortunately come this year here because they were already in Shanghai. And I'm gonna be joined by Matthias Dell'Olio and Angelo Caro, who are flying to Shanghai as well.
Wow, so they're also competing in the OQS.
Yeah, they're the only two that actually said, okay, well, doesn't matter, we're still going to France for FISE. We're not missing that one. That's a lot of commitment because now they're gonna hop on a flight, fly across the world to Shanghai to straight up compete in the Olympic qualifier. Yeah, by the way, just, I don't know if you guys knew, but FISE is actually an Olympic qualifying series as well for BMX.
All right, merci beaucoup. Thank you guys very much. We just witnessed an amazing contest, the men's pro skateboard street here at FISE in Montpellier. All right, when I call your name, you come up, you make some noise for him. In third place, coming out of Argentina, make some noise for Matthias Dell'Olio.
Yeah, coming like an underdog from after the rounds. Remember, like when he had the little mishap and all that? Like, I was like, just put it together, just secure the spot. Now there we go, Matthias in third. Argentina is on the podium.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Ivan, for push myself. All my homies around here. My girlfriend is with me. My family, all the homies. You know, this hard work pay off. I love you guys. See you next year. Let's go!
He's always bringing the vibe, man. I love Matthias. He's one of my favorite humans.
All right. All right.
Ok là les gars, c'est le deuxième, vous le connaissez déjà. J'espère qu'il vous reste de la voix.
In second place, you pump up this crowd. In second place, doing it for France. Make some noise for Max Bergin!
Max Bergin.
Big Max in second place.
C'est le seul qui est allé en finale et il décroche la seconde place.
Making it count for
Congratulations,
France.
Max. Why don't you say something to the crowd here?
Faites encore un max de bruit pour Max Bergin, s'il vous plaît, Montpellier.
Merci à tout le monde, en tout cas c'était super plaisir. Vous êtes tous été là, c'est grâce à vous que je suis deuxième ici, donc merci beaucoup en tout cas.
Un max de bruit
So he wants to thank the people of Montpellier for their enthusiasm. He's had a lot of fun in this final. It's also something really cool to hear.
I mean, how are you having fun trying the most difficult tricks? I mean, these guys, yeah, they're on a different level.
All right, you all know who it was. This dude has been ripping all week. He's been here shredding some of the most amazing tricks we've seen, and he's one of the nicest guys, too. Make some noise from Brazil, Ivan Montero!
So deserved, Ivan. So deserved today.
Faites un max de bruit pour le grand gagnant du FISE Montpellier 2024.
This guy has been doing it forever, and he keeps delivering. So deserved, so super,
All right, Ivan.
so super hyped for Ivan.
Congratulations, man. Why don't you say something into this crowd here?
Thank you, Montpellier. Thank you, everybody, for the crowd, for the vibes. Let's go. I'll be back next year.
Faites du bruit pour nos trois finales, nos trois gagnants.
Make some noise for our skaters!
So that was it. The Skateboarding Streets Pro Finals powered by Crédit Agricole. This was quite a final. I mean, we've seen a lot of switch-ups, but eventually Ivan took the win. Thomas, I want to thank you for being here, and I wish you the best of luck at the Olympic Qualifier Series.
Pleasure is all mine, brother. It was really fun. It was fun to hang out with you, fun watching these guys skate. Thank you so much.
There's still a lot of action happening at FISE Montpellier. We still have inline skating, scooter, we have BMX freestyle finals. There's still so much going on, so if you still can, get your tickets and make your way over here. I was Aegon. Thank you for watching. See you next time.